What if everything you thought you knew about Jesus' final days is about to shatter and nothing will ever feel the same again? Season 6 of The Chosen doesn't just whisper about the end, it screams it from the rooftops, pulling you into a world where hope flickers against the looming shadow of despair. The trailer drops us headfirst into a tension so thick you can almost taste the suffocating weight of what's to come. Jesus isn't the untouchable figure from distant tales anymore. He's cornered, watched, and silenced. Every glance, every pause, every breath feels like the calm before a storm that promises no mercy. If you thought earlier seasons brought emotional depth, brace yourself. This isn't just a continuation, it's a reckoning. The energy shifts immediately. The warmth of connection cools into a chilling reminder that this journey is barreling toward a crucible few will survive untouched. Where once there was lightness and hope, now there's a relentless pressure testing every relationship, every faith, every heartbeat. And isn't that what makes this trailer so brutal? It doesn't offer a reprieve, it refuses to let you look away. There's no cinematic gloss to soften the blows, no triumphant music to cushion the pain. Instead, there's raw, unfiltered humanity laid bare in the harshest light. You feel the creeping dread settling in, that uncomfortable truth that what's coming isn't just a story, but a deeply personal experience asking you to sit with it, to wrestle with it, to feel every agonizing step. The disciples, forget their boldness. This trailer paints them fractured, afraid, utterly human, lost in confusion, grappling with the impossible, watching the man they believed in slip through their grasp like sand. And isn't that heartbreakingly relatable? Watching someone you love crushed by forces beyond your control, powerless to stop it. The weight of helplessness hangs in every frame, wrapping itself around the audience like a cold chain. But here's the kicker. This isn't about shock value or empty spectacle. It's about the quiet strength of endurance. Jesus' silence isn't weakness. It's a profound acceptance, the kind that hurts to witness because it strips away the fantasy of easy answers and leaves you face to face with suffering that's both unyielding and oddly steady. This is suffering that asks you to hold it, not to run from it. And what about the world closing in? The authorities aren't caricatures of evil. They're fearful, chaotic, desperate to maintain control in a spiral they no longer command. It's a political chess game where truth is the pawn sacrificed again and again. The tension is unbearable because you recognize the familiar faces of fear and cowardice cloaked in responsibility. The trial isn't justice, it's survival dressed as order. Then there's the humiliation, the public stripping away of dignity piece by piece. This trailer doesn't shy away from the cruelty of mockery, from the laughter that cuts deeper than any lash, the coldness of the crowd, the indifference of those who've already chosen sides. It's not just a scene, it's a mirror held up to us all, forcing the uncomfortable question: how easy is it to become the crowd, to choose convenience over courage, to watch cruelty unfold and do nothing? And just when you think it can't get heavier, the trailer pulls you into the suffocating crescendo of decisions that can't be undone. The choice between Jesus and Barabbas isn't history, it's a moment that echoes in every time and place. Fear beats compassion, safety trumps truth, and with that choice, the world tilts irreversibly into darkness. But if this is only the beginning, what does it mean for what's left to come? How do you prepare for a story that demands you feel every moment, every tear, every silent scream? And most importantly, are you ready to watch a season that won't let you look away? The thing about this trailer is how it doesn't just show suffering, it forces you to live it. It's not background noise to scroll past or a story to keep at arm's length. The pace deliberately drags, demanding your full attention. Each moment stretches out, every look, every silent beat loaded with meaning. Jesus no longer moves freely, he's trapped in a tightening noose of judgment and fear. The world around him isn't just hostile, it's actively closing in, and you can almost feel the walls pressing tighter with each passing second. The calm before the storm has been replaced by a suffocating dread, one that hangs so heavy it threatens to break you before the crucifixion even begins. And yet, what's most unsettling is the absence of the usual villains. The authorities aren't evil masterminds plotting grand schemes. Instead, they're fractured figures, caught in their own webs of fear and political survival. They don't want chaos, but they are willing to sacrifice truth to keep order. Pilate isn't the stereotypical tyrant. He's a man wrestling with his conscience and the impossible weight of expectation. His inner battle says more than any shout ever could. It shows how easily good intentions can get lost when fear drives decisions. That inner battle makes his choices not just chilling, but heartbreakingly human. The trailer doesn't let you forget that behind every harsh decree and false accusation are people just trying to survive a storm they didn't start. And the disciples? They're far from the confident followers you might remember. They look broken, afraid, caught between hope and despair. The trailer captures their unraveling perfectly, each frame a testament to the human cost of faith when the foundation trembles. Their confusion is contagious. You find yourself questioning everything along with them. How do you hold on to belief when the world turns against the one you trust? When the man you followed is mocked and beaten, how do you find the courage to keep standing? The trailer doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, it makes you live that struggle. That's the brutal honesty of Season 6. It refuses to sugarcoat the messiness of faith under pressure. This season doesn't just depict suffering, it captures humiliation in its coldest form. The mockery, the public stripping away of dignity, isn't just a backdrop, it's a central character in the story. You can almost hear the cruel laughter echoing as Jesus is dressed in a crown of thorns and a robe of scorn. The trailer holds those moments long enough to make you uncomfortable, forcing you to confront the reality of shame that is both physical and emotional. It's one thing to see a beating, it's another to feel the sting of being publicly ridiculed, reduced to entertainment for a jeering crowd. And that's the true horror, the loss of humanity piece by piece. The trailer knows that this emotional pain cuts deeper than any wound. Then there's the crowd itself. They're not just extras, they're a living, breathing force, a mass of voices blending into one overwhelming roar. Their indecision and shifting loyalties capture the chaos of a society on the brink. The choice between Jesus and Barabbas isn't just a historical footnote, it's a chilling reflection of humanity's worst instincts. Convenience triumphs over justice, fear trumps compassion, and with that choice, the world tilts irreversibly into darkness. But what's really shakes you is how the trailer doesn't offer escape. There's no heroic twist, no sudden salvation. Instead, it marches steadily toward the cross, each step heavier than the last. It prepares you for an experience that demands emotional investment. This is not a story to watch passively, it's a story to endure, to feel every agonizing moment as if it were your own. The decision to bring these moments to the big screen only amplifies that impact. Watching Jesus' final days on a small screen is intense enough, but experiencing them surrounded by strangers in a silent theater is something else entirely. The collective silence, the shared grief, the weight of the story pressing on every soul in the room. This trailer seems crafted for that communal act of witnessing. What strikes you is the restraint amid the spectacle. With a reported $30 million budget and fan funding that speaks volumes about devotion, the trailer chooses not to dazzle with spectacle. Instead, it opts for immersion. The world feels lived in, authentic, every shadow and sigh carrying the weight of real human suffering. This isn't about grandeur, it's about truth, and that truth is brutal. The silence, the slow pacing, the unflinching gaze all work together to pull you deeper into a reality that's hard to face but impossible to look away from. The trailer respects the audience enough to trust them with that honesty, making the experience all the more devastating. But beyond the visuals and pacing, it's the layered storytelling that sets this trailer apart. The crucifixion isn't a single moment, but a culmination of fear, betrayal, political expediency, and moral failure. Each step toward that final act is a thread woven from countless small decisions, compromises, and moments of cowardice. No one escapes unscathed. Even those who try to wash their hands of responsibility remain stained by the consequences. That complexity makes the story resonate on a deeper level. It's not just ancient history, but a timeless meditation on how ordinary people can become complicit in extraordinary suffering. And then there's the promise, the quiet, almost whispered hope of resurrection. Unlike many depictions that rush to comfort, this holds back. It refuses to soften the pain with easy answers or quick salvation. The suffering must be fully seen, fully felt. Only then can the light that follows have meaning. That restraint makes the story feel earned, honest, and deeply human. It's a stark invitation for the audience to prepare themselves, not just emotionally, but spiritually, for a journey that demands engagement and reflection. The Chosen isn't just telling a story anymore, it's challenging its viewers. It's asking us to slow down, to resist the urge to look away, and to sit with discomfort that's both personal and profound. This season doesn't hand out easy resolutions. It asks hard questions about justice, sacrifice, and what it means to stand for truth when it costs everything. The trailer sets the stage for a chapter that is both the breaking point and the deeper you dive into this trailer, the more you realize that Season 6 of The Chosen is not about wrapping things up neatly. It's about unraveling every thread until what's left is raw, unguarded truth. The emotional restraint is almost cruel in its honesty. You won't find grand speeches or fiery declarations here. Instead, you encounter a quiet, relentless suffering that refuses to be ignored. This season asks us to hold space for pain and uncertainty, to stay present even when every instinct screams to look away. It's a kind of storytelling that doesn't just engage your eyes, but settles into your bones, challenging your very understanding of faith and humanity. One of the most haunting aspects of this trailer is how it portrays the silence surrounding Jesus. Not just his physical silence, but the silence of those who watch and do nothing. It's easy to focus on the obvious cruelty, the lashes, the crown of thorns, the mockery, but what lingers long after the trailer ends is the piercing stillness of complicity, the unspoken agreements that let injustice thrive. The crowd isn't just watching a spectacle, they're participants in a tragic dance where silence becomes as loud as shouts. It's an uncomfortable reflection on how often, in history and in life, evil grows not from the actions of monsters, but from the inaction of ordinary people. And speaking of ordinary people, the trailer's focus on the disciples paints them as fractured souls, stumbling through a nightmare that tests every ounce of their belief. These aren't saints or heroes, but flawed individuals grappling with doubt, fear, and despair. The trailer doesn't shy away from showing their cracks, moments where hope falters and courage fades. It's deeply human and painfully relatable. How often do we, too, find ourselves wavering when confronted with overwhelming darkness? This season holds up a mirror to that fragility, reminding us that faith isn't a constant flame, but a flickering light fighting against the wind. But it's not just the followers who are broken. The trailer reveals a world where authority figures are trapped by their own fears and ambitions. Pilate's portrayal is a masterstroke of complexity, a man caught between his conscience and the demands of power, making decisions that haunt him even as he tries to rationalize them. This isn't a simple villain, it's a portrait of how fear can corrupt even those who wish to do right. The political tension simmers beneath every scene, a reminder that truth often becomes collateral damage in the pursuit of control. Then there's the public humiliation that's almost unbearable to watch. The trailer dwells on moments of mockery with a brutal honesty that strips away any glamour or myth. Jesus is not just physically beaten, but emotionally shattered in front of a jeering crowd that finds entertainment in his suffering. The coldness of their laughter and the cruelty of their jeers aren't just historical details, they're an indictment of the ease with which people can turn cruelty into sport. The trailer's refusal to soften these moments forces viewers into an uncomfortable empathy, making it clear that the pain of humiliation is as real and devastating as any physical wound. As the trailer unfolds, you sense an inevitability that is both crushing and strangely beautiful. This isn't a story with surprises, it's a story with weight, a gravity that pulls everything toward a single devastating conclusion. Yet, within that inevitability, there's an undercurrent of something else, resilience. Jesus' quiet endurance becomes a powerful counterpoint to the chaos and cruelty surrounding him. His suffering isn't silent resignation, but a deliberate, painful choice that speaks volumes about sacrifice and love. The trailer captures that tension perfectly, making every silent moment feel like a scream. What's perhaps most compelling about this trailer is how it elevates the crucifixion from a distant event to a deeply personal journey. The decision to release parts of this season in theaters adds a communal layer to the experience, transforming it from passive viewing into an act of shared witnessing. Imagine sitting in a dark cinema, surrounded by strangers, all holding the weight of this story together. The silence, the shared grief, the collective breath held in anticipation, that's what this trailer seems designed for. It's not just a preview, it's an invitation to participate in something sacred and profound. And yet, amidst the darkness, the trailer offers a quiet glimmer of hope, not through flashy resurrection scenes or triumphant music, but through a deep emotional honesty that promises light only after the full measure of suffering has been endured. It's a hope that feels earned because it acknowledges the depth of pain that precedes it. This restraint makes the story feel authentic, grounded, and profoundly human. It reminds us that real hope doesn't erase pain, it transforms it. So what does it mean to watch a story like this? To sit with the discomfort, to face the silence, to wrestle with the rawness of faith tested to its limits? Season 6 isn't just entertainment, it's a challenge. It's asking its audience to slow down, to reflect, and to engage with a story that refuses to let go. Are you ready to take that journey? To confront not only the suffering of one man, but the complicity, fear, and courage of many? And if you look away, what does that say about the cost of silence in your own life? As the trailer reaches its haunting conclusion, one thing becomes painfully clear. Season 6 of The Chosen is not about comfort, nor is it about delivering easy answers. It's about confronting the brutal reality of sacrifice and the staggering cost of standing for truth when the world demands silence. This isn't a story for passive viewers or casual fans. It's an invitation to endure, to wrestle with profound discomfort, and to recognize that the path to redemption is paved with heartbreak and loss. The weight of this season is palpable, pressing down on the audience with an almost physical intensity that leaves no room for escape. The decision to bring such a deeply intimate and painful story to the big screen elevates the stakes enormously. Watching Jesus' final days in a theater filled with strangers, each person grappling with their own emotions, transforms the experience from solitary consumption to communal witness. The silence that envelops the room, punctuated only by quiet sobs or held breaths, becomes a sacred space where pain is shared and suffering is honored. The trailer is crafted to prepare viewers for this collective experience, stripping away any distractions or embellishments to leave only raw, unfiltered humanity on display. But beneath the crushing weight of suffering lies nuanced exploration of faith under fire. The disciples are no longer the heroes of legend, but broken, scared individuals trying to navigate a nightmare they barely understand. Their faltering faith, their moments of doubt and fear, are rendered with unflinching honesty. This portrayal shatters the myth of unwavering belief, replacing it with something far more relatable: the messy, painful struggle of holding on to hope when everything feels lost. This season holds up a mirror to that fragility, reminding us that faith isn't a constant flame, but a flickering light fighting against the wind. Meanwhile, the political and social chaos that swirls around Jesus' trial and crucifixion is depicted not as a backdrop, but as a crushing force that shapes every decision and every betrayal. The authorities, rather than being simple villains, are portrayed as trapped souls caught between their conscience and their survival. Pilate's internal conflict is a chilling reminder that good people can make devastating choices when driven by fear. The crowd's roar, the shifting loyalties, and the devastating choice between Jesus and Barabbas echo far beyond their historical moment, serving as a mirror to the complexities and failures of human nature across time. The trailer's emphasis on public humiliation adds another layer of unbearable cruelty. Jesus' dignity is stripped away piece by piece in front of a jeering crowd that finds entertainment in his suffering. The coldness of their laughter and the cruelty of their jeers aren't just historical details, they're an indictment of the ease with which people can turn cruelty into sport. The trailer's refusal to soften these moments forces viewers into an uncomfortable empathy, making it clear that the pain of humiliation is as real and devastating as any physical wound. And yet, amidst the darkness and despair, there is a quiet, steady thread of hope that runs through the trailer, subtle, unassuming, but undeniable. This hope is not shouted from the rooftops, but whispered through the silences, the steady gaze of Jesus, and the resilience of those who remain faithful despite overwhelming odds. The trailer respects the audience's intelligence and emotional capacity by allowing this hope to emerge naturally, without rushing or cheapening the pain that precedes it. It's a hope earned through suffering, one that invites viewers to reflect deeply on the meaning of sacrifice and love. Season 6 also challenges the audience to consider their own role in this story. It holds up a mirror to our choices, our silences, and our moments of moral failure. The story's power lies not just in recounting Jesus' suffering, but in asking us how we respond when faced with injustice and cruelty. Will we stand up? Will we speak out? Or will we, like the crowd, choose convenience and fear over courage and truth? The trailer makes these questions unavoidable, transforming the viewing experience into a deeply personal reckoning. As the final moments of the trailer fade into silence, there is no relief, no easy resolution, only a profound sense of anticipation and the knowledge that once this season begins, there will be no turning back. The Chosen Season 6 is stepping into its darkest, most powerful chapter yet, and it demands everything from its audience. It's a story that will leave many viewers in tears, not from